episode of Post-Fades Cheesesteaks. It'll be episode number 57. Usual suspects. We got myself, Dakota, and then, of course, Tim will be joining us. And we do have a special guest today. We will be talking with Brandon Johnson. He's a high school guard and center out at Southern Lab High School in Louisiana. So, like to expand our guests a little bit, go outside the states. Brand's weighing in at 6'4", 336 pounds. Big fella, loves the game of football. He's a junior right now, so he'll be going into his senior year. And we sat down and had a little chat with him. How you doing, Brandon?
We got you.
Yes, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Yourself?
Good.
Good.
Cool.
So I guess, if you want to start us off, give us a little brief introduction. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
My name is Brandon Johnson from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I play offensive guard and center. And what I like to do, I like to work out, play the game. Just a homebody. I stay in the house, so I don't really go nowhere. But that's gonna take me a long way and a long route.
Good stuff. No, I like that. I know. So when I was looking into your highlights, you told me you guys went far in the playoffs the last couple of years. I wanted to ask you because you are the returning senior. How does it feel? Because you are now the dog. You are the guy on the offensive line. You've been there. You've done that. You've tasted wins. You've felt the losses. How does it feel to transition into being the leader now? The guy that everyone looks up to. The guy that has got to keep everyone together.
I'm gonna say this. I don't really consider myself as a leader yet because I still have a lot of growing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest because I'm not where I'm supposed to be. But to me, to all younger guys, I know how I feel to lose 3 years in a row. I also know how I feel to win. But I never won that, got out the third round, so I still got chip on my shoulder. So I'm considering myself as a leader. I consider me playing as a team because when you be a leader, there's put a lot of pressure and you get a little big head. So I just consider myself equal.
I love that.
It's a good mentality to have.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So tell us, what are the goals, obviously, for this year coming up? Obviously, go further in the playoffs, get that title, right? Senior season, all that. But what are your goals, going into this year, colleges, anything you have plans for the future that you're working towards?
Yes, sir. For this season, my goal is to get both our running backs, Ashton Raymond and Douglas Thornton, at least 500 plus yards each. That's what I'll go for our offensive line.
Hey man, I love that. You got a good attitude, dude. You don't give up. You keep on working. And I love that your first thing is I want to help my teammates. I want to make my running backs look good, get some numbers on them, help their stats. It's a great attitude, especially on the offensive line. You're the key to the whole system. You're the most important part because you make everyone look good. Another thing, obviously, there's a ton of challenges. There's a ton of things you got to work through, but this year in particular, and even part of last year, how's it been like playing high school football during COVID, and trying to, work with everything changing around you? You're doing stuff that no one has ever had to experience before.
I'm just trying to keep it as normal as possible. I'm trying to not let everything change. Because it was hard it was hard adjusting to COVID because we couldn't do a lot of stuff and our games got shortened. So I had to do what I had to do in a short amount of time. But I think COVID, regular COVID, it wasn't really a big change to me.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys were still able to go, practice at the school, get in the weight room as well? Okay. Oh, nice. That's good. Keep on a straight path. But I mean, hat tip to you because high school's not easy. High school football is not easy. Throwing in COVID, that's something no one has having to deal with. That's something. So, hat tip for you for sure, because that's a whole nother challenge and difficulty to deal with while you're going through all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So, Dakota, you want to chime in there? Let us know your thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, I mean, that's great that, even with COVID, you were able to just, persevere and didn't let it really take you too far off course, which is, I feel like a lot of sports teams, especially in like college and pro, like that was a big problem. But for you able to do that in high school, that's huge. So what, as far as, you talked about being there for your teammates and stuff. So what really motivates you when you're, in the game and maybe, you're having a couple of rough blocks and someone's giving you a hard time? Now, what motivates you to keep pushing and, you know, get through all 4 quarters?
First thing in my mind is the 3 years I lost. That should be my motivation for this season. When I think about when I get tired, the 3 years I lost. In my last season, I can't get none of this back. I have to win this year.
Feel that. Love the
Respect
that's
that.
a mindset of a winner right there. You have the versatility. You know, you mentioned you play guard, center on the offensive line. I think offensive line out of any position in football, that is the key to have versatility. You know, someone that can switch in between different positions is extremely valuable.
Got to build in the
injuries
trenches.
happen, especially in the line where it's a very violent position. Did you ran into any challenges, you know, transitioning through these different positions? Any, you know, differences that you've had to work on? Any weaknesses you found that you need to focus on, and, you know, changing between guard and center and all over the offensive line?
My 9th to 10th grade year, I wasn't really like developed, so I had to work. Like my 10th grade summer, I had to work. Like I went to some trainers, got better with it. My 11th grade year, I had a breakout season. So hopefully for my 12th grade season, I don't want no mistakes. That's my plan.
Okay. I like that. That's a good idea. I'm sure your quarterback likes that too.
Do you have any, you know, go-to hype songs or like a playlist that you use to help get your mind right?
Yes, sir. I listen to Motivation by T.I. I Had a Tiger.
Okay.
Nice. Classic. Love it.
Like
a
that.
little Rocky action.
We used to, Tim, what do we used to listen to? Like Till I Collapse by Eminem and We Ready and forget who.
Dakota was always a big Celine Dion fan. I've never seen anyone get hyped up from Celine Dion, but man, she starts belting out tunes and he is ready to go through a wall.
We used to bump that in the locker room for sure.
So, Brandon, I got a question. So I was looking into your school. You got a couple impressive alumni. You know, Marcus Spears went there. I saw Big Baby Davis was alumni as well. Tim Williams, former Alabama player. Another offensive line, Ronald Leary. Do you have an NFL player right now, or even a college player, you try to mold your game behind, someone that you look up to, that, you know, one of your favorites?
Either myself, I would say either myself, Zach Martin, or either Zach Martin or Quentin Nelson.
Okay, yeah. Well, first off, no Cowboys on this, my guy. We're Philly guys, so I like the Quentin Nelson, but we can't have no Cowboy love here. But Zach Martin,
he's a great player.
Beast. Yeah, he's a beast. But we'll let that slide. Talking about your school though, Southern Lab, you know, the powerhouse.
Yes, sir.
I was watching your highlights and you're a big, nasty dude. How do you play for a team with the Kittens mascot? How is that allowed? I saw you played a high school in I think it was last season, that was named Slaughter High School, and then the Kittens come out. I was like, if I saw Kittens on the schedule and then, you know, Brandon Johnson comes walking off that bus, I'd have a whole different mindset of what I'm going against.
Yes, sir. Oh. It really don't matter to me about the match. I know how I play. I might come out to the field as a kid, but, you know, me stepping in front of me, I'm gonna show you.
I love that attitude. I love it. So my man, I was looking at some of your highlights. I wanted to go over a couple that I liked a lot that were here. I want you to just kind of walk me through them. You know, give me your mindset on it. I'm gonna give me 1 second. I'm just gonna share this. So this was the one. Populous Catholic. So this one I right here, and you know, your mentality when you first said, you know, I'm looking out for my running backs, I want their stats to be good. That's one of your goals. So this was one of those plays that, you know, every big run, every highlight reel play you see from a running back or any skill position, I guarantee you I'll find an amazing block laid out by an offensive lineman on it. And you right here lay it for us. So my man right there playing left guard is just going to take the dude, and then this is what I like. Boom, smash him in the ground, and your dude is off. I would say one of the biggest traits, you know, or characteristics you want from offensive linemen, and you hear about it all in the draft, is they play nasty, you know. And, like, those are the plays that is what nastiness is. You know, you're a real nice guy, you know, you're friendly, but that is a nasty play. So just talk to me about that, because, man, you had more pancakes than an IHOP. I was watching these highlights. You were putting everyone on the ground. So talk to me about that mindset, because you play mean, you play aggressive, you play angry, as you should as an offensive lineman.
Yes, sir. The guys before me, I wasn't really always the violent type of player. The guy before me, like, I ain't gonna say they made me that way, but they pushed me to get violent with my hands. My coach always tell me to get violent with your hands, move your feet, So we just got them, lock them on, and just drive until they get in the ground. Don't stop.
I love that. No, I could definitely. I saw a theme a lot in these highlights that you play to the whistle, and that usually meant problems for the the other team in particular. This highlight's another good one I like as well. Just back it up. It's gonna be the one up next, and this goes back to you play to the whistle, and I love that, especially an offensive lineman. My guy, where are you at there, Brandon? You can circle it on me on there. 72. Yeah.
Is it?
So, apologize. I think I missed off by one play. Yeah, forgive me.
Oh, now we got an ad. What are you doing, Tim? Come on, man.
Listen, forgive me. All right, I'll work on this, but yeah, I got to say I was impressed. I saw lots of pancakes. I saw you finishing every play, and you mentioned that the older guys before you kind of taught you to teach you. Is that something you're working on with the younger guys now, teaching them the techniques, teaching those freshmen and sophomore to get that mean streak and to go out there and be aggressive?
Our offensive line really last year, same offensive line coming back, so I really don't have to teach them. I'm trying to better myself before I get somebody else better, because I don't want to wrong advice. So I make sure I'm straight before I make sure they're straight. Well, it's really I know how it sounds, but I gotta make sure I'm good before I tell somebody else something.
No, listen, I totally understand
get that. Yeah, if you can't do something to the best of your potential, you wouldn't want to teach that to somebody else, because then they're not going to be able to do it to their best. So it's respectable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so wait, we're back at it. Forgive me for my mix up there.
I will say real quick, it was cool I haven't used Huddle since I coached high school football for a year when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I coached with receivers and cornerbacks, and I hadn't used Huddle in a while. So it was cool to watch high school highlights again. But yeah, you're running down the field with the best of them, and like Tim said, you got more pancakes than I have. So
yes, I run it back 1,800 yards.
So this is the one I was trying to find earlier. You can blame that on me and technology. I'm a little rusty. So my man here, you'll know where he is. I'm just going to let the play develop, and then there we go. We're just going to move this guy all the way to Mississippi. We're just keep going. And I love that,
That poor defender, it must have been so embarrassed. He just couldn't do anything. He was just getting manhandled. Love it.
Say, Brandon, did you give him bus money so he come back? You put him all the way in the Gulf Coast. I love that. Offensive lineman, I know it's a big thing to coach them is, don't look back. Keep your head front and just keep going. Don't worry about what's going on behind you. And that shows right there, man. You're nimble on your feet. You put that guy 50 yards backwards. He was probably just begging for you to stop at some point, and you never stop. You go to the whistle, and I got to give that to you. You move pretty good, brother, for an interior lineman like that. I was impressed. It's a big dude like yourself. You're nimble on your feet, and you getting some guys and driving them.
There's this year I'm just working on I'm not gonna lie to you. I took some plays off last year. There's something to work on, playing to the whistle every play. Okay. Last year I was really inconsistent, but I was disappointed with myself, so I'm working on building my win, stay in shape so I can play every whistle, every down like it's my last.
I love that.
Yeah. You got to be your biggest supporter, but also your biggest critic. You got to be able to self-evaluate, and that's huge.
Yes.
So now, do you play other sports, or are you just a football guy there? Because you seem like you got some good footwork and
athleticism,
lateral speed. Yeah, I was wondering if that came from any other sports you played.
I really just do football, but I also did a little track.
Okay. Shot put, nice. I did a little shot put in middle school. I can guarantee you my ball wasn't going. It wasn't going as far as Brandon's.
So you talked about always wanting to improve on some little things here and there. Is there one big part of your game that you think needs improvement for this season? If you had to pick only one.
Just getting in shape and getting stronger.
Okay.
So man, you gonna be out there and running sprints in that Louisiana summer? That's gonna be. How hot's it get down there in the summer?
I say about 90. The highest will get 95, 96.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Shirts off.
Yeah, for sure. So
not too bad. When's the last time you did sprints in 95-degree weather?
I don't need to. I mean, as long as you keep that mindset and you grind to get better for this coming up season, that that stuff will open up for you. So, keep your hand in the dirt, keep plowing.
When does the season start this year? When's the first game?
Sometime in September, I think.
Okay.
September.
So the championship run starts then?
Yes, sir.
I love it. When you guys were in I believe you said the semifinals last year. Where's the finals? You guys get to go to the Superdome, or they do it big for you?
What, the semifinals or the championship?
Championship. I'm sorry. Yeah, championship.
Championship last year, we did go. It was going to be played at McNeese, but I think we're going to play at the Superdome this year because of COVID. COVID is not really as bad as it was. So
yeah,
good,
man. Good. I'm glad it
cool.
could. I'm glad to go back to some normalcy for your last year there in senior year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Brandon, you said most of the time you spend playing on the line is at center and guard. Do you have a favorite position between those two, or one you think you're stronger at?
I consider. I don't really know. I consider myself better. I had a better game at guard.
Okay.
Also, I get the center too. But my team needs to play center, so I'm gonna play center.
I love that attitude.
Yeah, it's good. Like Tim was saying earlier, that versatility on the offensive line is huge. Because a lot of people struggle to play center. It's not it looks easy to snap the ball, but it's you got to be quick. Fast motions, got to get up real fast. Good footwork. So
I'm not gonna lie. My first year starting the center, I had a really bad game. That was against Madison Pro. I had bad snap. Went over the play. My quarterback head. That just moved in better. That really turned my whole mentality.
Okay.
Because I see that centers and make and break games.
I can relate with you. I was like the scout team center for a little bit when I was younger, and there is no worse feeling in the world than when you snap that ball and then you just start hearing everyone start screaming ball or and you're like, oh, you don't even have to look my head back. I know something went wrong. That's either rolling to his ankles or it's 10 feet over his head.
And in the end zone.
Yeah, it's by far the worst feeling. Like if you go from just in a split second, you can just start hearing the way people start talking. Something went wrong.
It's
hard to blame it on someone else when it comes out of your hand.
Yeah, but I grew since then. So we got better with it.
That's good. I always thought, one of the biggest challenges, especially with snaps, first off was getting it there, but to snap it and then immediately get your head up, get your mind, in blocking mode, and then just go right into your guy. How do you, have you found difficulty in that transition, working on, because the center, handles the calls, the show starts with you, no one can move till you move it. You got to snap that ball, make sure it's there. And that's a big deal at first, and then go right in your block. Was there a challenge in making that transition?
Yes, sir. One of the biggest transitions was once I get down, once I start getting tired, it'd be hard for me to get my butt down because you got to get down for the ball.
Yeah.
To go straight back to the quarterback. Once I get tired, it was hard to get down. But I just got to push myself and I just got to get some shape. That's what my biggest problem was last season. I wasn't in shape because of COVID. A lot of players were in shape because of COVID.
Yeah, listen, it's a tough time for everyone. You got to get lean like the kittens, right? Lean kitten coming out this year.
So, I mean, we obviously talked a lot about, the game itself, but, as you are a high school athlete right now and looking into being a college athlete, what is that student athlete, what does it mean to you to be a student athlete,
To get your work done, also get the work done on the field, stay in the classroom, also be in the classroom with football. But it's not really a talent. Not really.
That's good. I do know, some scouts and stuff always look at, how does he work in the classroom? Is his mind only in football and stuff like that? So it's always good to have that, equal looking at both things. So.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was, that was my question. I'm still, I was still, recovering. My ribs kind of hurt a little bit after seeing all those pancake blocks you were putting on some people. I was like, damn, man, my chest is feeling tight seeing him smashing into some people. But yeah, Brandon, I mean, listen, you're a great kid. I really enjoyed watching your tape. I know Dakota said the same thing. I can't say I've watched a lot of high school tape recently, but watching yours was good. I'm rooting for the Kittens this year, my man. You're a humble dude. You're a really great guy. I can see the passion. I can see the determination. I see the skill when I turn on the film. So I wish you nothing but the best this year. Get a championship, my man. No more of this third round nonsense. You going all the way. I'm going to see you on the Superdome. I can't wait. I know Louisiana Tech's going to be looking. I'm expecting big things from you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. Hey, man, best of luck to you in this year, the future. Got a good head on your shoulders. And you know what? When you're big shot, when you're taking that title, you just give us a shout out in your post-game interview. That's all I ask.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, and one last question. I know you said you like Zach Moore and Quentin Nelson. You got an NFL team you like? Are you a Who Dat Nation?
Dallas Cowboy.
Oh
my
no!
We need to start screening them before we do these interviews.
We might not even be able to post this now. We got a Cowboys fan. Jeez.
All right, Brandon, go ahead. Now that I got all the good things I wanted to say to you out of the way, now I can be a little rough around you about the Cowboys. What do you think about the Cowboys this year? What are they? Dak going to bring them to the promised land, or are they going to be 8-8 as they always are?
Oh, we just got to get a good defense. Offense, our receiving core. I think we had the best receiving core in the NFL.
Yeah, I might not love it, but I wouldn't argue on that.
It's top 5 for sure, yeah.
Mark Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and I don't know who the other one is. I was probably
Zeke counts for that too.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be y'all usually to win because Eagles are, question mark. Washington's a question mark. Giants are the Giants. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brandon, best of luck. I appreciate you taking the time talking with us today. Good luck with everything. Stay humble. Get out there, get the cardio down, and continue pancake blocking and blocking to the whistle, my man. You got a good game, a good head on your shoulders, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, no problem, man. Take it easy. Have a great one.
Good luck this year, Brandon.